Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. On June 9th, Jupiter moves into Cancer, where it will be for the next year. So Jupiter will be in Cancer from June 9th all the way until June 30th, 2026. Now I'm very excited about this transit because Jupiter is considered to be a benevolent planet, meaning that typically Jupiter brings good things into our lives, but also Jupiter really loves to be in Cancer. So I think this is going to be a really nice, beneficial transit for everyone, but let's go ahead and dive in and see what might be coming forward for you. Now, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and you can also feel free to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, the timeline on this reading I have decided is from June 9th to June 15th. So we'll be looking at the second week in June, but if there are messages for the next year, for this yearly transit, I will also bring those in, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get everything set up and in view here. Okay. It's looking just about good enough to me. All right. Energy on the bottom. You do have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups, it represents joy, celebration, good times with others in the tarot. This is a very positive card in that I think some of you, maybe this week, I think maybe this week, some of you are going to be maybe engaging with your social circle. I think some of you this week are going to have something to celebrate. I also think that some of you are very close to you're like on the precipice of making some major progress in your life, okay? I think that this is probably related or connected to your career in some way, but I think some of you are really on the precipice of making some progress here in your situation, particularly your work career situation here, based on the cards, okay? So let's dive in here. I'm liking all of the pentacles that I'm seeing. I'm loving that the Sun card is in this reading as well. But in the middle here, you do have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is a card of dedication, hard work, and progress. It's also one of the talent cards in the tarot. So you can see that this person, the mallet can indicate skill, and you can see that this person's holding the mallet, they're creating their project here. You have some sort of immense talent that has provided or has proven to be beneficial for you in your situation. And this can also be a card of promotions and raises in the tarot when you get the Eight of Pentacles. So I think that this could be on the table, maybe not this week, but I think certainly during this Jupiter and Cancer transit, some of you could be getting a nice promotion here. Okay, I'm feeling that pretty strongly, and I almost feel like saying that for you, it's almost like continue doing what you're doing. Sometimes, a lot of times I get readings here on YouTube, or just I get readings generally that say, oh, there's a change coming, you have to make a shift, which many people come to tarot and it's because they're about to shift. For you, it feels like what you're doing right now is working, okay? It feels like what you're doing right now is working. And speaking of that, for those of you who are still of working age, there could be a nice promotion here for you in this Jupiter transit over the next year here. I also think that this is sort of like due for you, okay? This is due. I think that perhaps earlier this year or even in 2024, there's a little bit of a challenge for you. Like there was like a dark night of the soul type of moment. And I feel like you're now coming out of that period of time and there's something really good on the horizon for you that Jupiter could bring. Remember, Jupiter is, it's a jovial planet. Jupiter signifies expansion and growth and expansion, even luck as well. And so I see you expanding into something, particularly around your talents and your career. Yeah, especially over this next year for sure. In the first column, you have the Moon, the Six of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. So I almost think, am I stretching here? But do some of you feel like an imposter? Do some of you feel like you don't deserve it? Because here's the deal. You do deserve it, okay? Just FYI. But this moon card, I'm getting this idea of like imposter syndrome, okay? Remember, I'm not a mental health professional. I can't diagnose, but I have to say it because it came in, okay? It came in. So just keep that in mind. But this moon card, it speaks to subconscious fears, okay, that you may be dealing with or you may be trying to work through. Some of you, like, if nobody has, if you've never, how do I say this? Like, you are good enough, okay? You are good enough, Capricorn. You absolutely are. And this is maybe something that you want to use as a mantra. Like, you are absolutely worthy of this promotion. You're worthy of maybe even the praise that you're getting as well. By the way, you might even have an opportunity to work under someone, or you may have an opportunity for someone to work under you, by the way, as well. But with the moon, it's like there's some like fear around success. Okay, some people are afraid of success, or some people fear that they're not good enough, or whatever the case may be. This may be a time for you to drop those timelines for yourself. Okay, because there's something nice that's on the way for you here. And I think, by the way, you're even getting recognized. If you're not like in charge, if you're not the boss, I think some of you could even be like getting recognized here as well. You do then here have the Six of Pentacles as in addition. Just give me 1 second here, Capricorn. You do have the Six of Pentacles, and that could indicate that for some of you there is a situation where you've been giving a lot to this maybe task that you've been dedicated to, or I see that you've been giving a lot back to either your employee, or you've been giving a lot back to your business. You maybe have been giving a lot back to your friends, your social circle, or even your family. The reason I say that here is you have this Three of Cups. Three of Cups can connect to or can represent your connections in life, or your social circle, or the people around you, the people closest to you. You may have been like in this mode of giving, and the scale, I think, is starting to balance and tip in your direction here. You then have the Five of Cups. I'm getting this here with the Moon card. There's something that is like, it feels like a mindset issue. Okay, I'm going to be real with you, Capricorn. It feels like a mindset issue because you have all the talent and you certainly have all the hard work. Okay, you have the work attribute in you. Okay, you are absolutely a hard worker looking at these cards. So it's nothing, it's not connected to that. There's something about a mindset shift that maybe needs to happen here. And in terms of like what you're actually doing day to day, not including the mindset stuff, it feels like continuing to do that is going to bring in benefits and results into your life. Now in the middle, you do have the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Some of you are a little bit hesitant to go for something. Okay, I think that this might even be a time to advocate for yourself. Okay, there may be some self-advocacy here in the books for you. Okay, the reason I say that is this person is a little bit hesitant about the next step, or they're hesitant to make to go further in something. Remember, I still think that by continuing to do what you're doing, you are going to find success, but it does feel like there's some hesitancy here, and I think that it's in the mindset area with the Four of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Five of Cups. Like, continue to do what you do, but is there a way to, basically, is there an option to ramp something up at the same time? Like, you're doing the same thing, but you're taking it to the next level. Okay, you're taking it to the next level. I feel like you have the capacity and the capability to do that in a big way here. You then have the Queen of Swords, which this may be a person who is cutthroat in their pursuit of something. Okay, there's nothing that gets in their way. Okay, there's absolutely nothing that gets in their way. By the way, there's also a counterpart here. Could it be romantic? It might be. I'll want to see the clarifying cards to see if this is romantic or not. Instead, I'm seeing the two kings and the queen here. One is a counterpart, the King and the Queen of Swords, and the other one might be you, okay, with the King of Pentacles. And what I'm thinking is that you are able to advocate for yourself for a promotion if this is something that you want to do. If you're of working age, If this is something that you want to do, you could do that. If you're a business owner, you could be continuing to do what you're doing, but increasing the channels to your business. So that would mean, like, I don't know, going on Facebook, advertising, like, doing some Facebook marketing, or doing some, like, making YouTube videos, or getting on Instagram, or whatever the case may be. Like, opening the channels to your business in a certain way could also be very beneficial for you. Let me see if I can get some additional messages here. In the final column, you have the Sun, the King of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. So this is your energy. The King of Pentacles is your energy here in this case. King of Pentacles is somebody who they attain success by having really healthy and solid habits and routines in their life, okay? First one to come in, last one to leave. First one to come in the office, last one to leave. That type of energy. And they have really, really, really good habits that are able to support them and allow themselves to grow and get to this level where they're on the throne here. They're surrounded by abundance. All of these, all of this abundance around them is because of the dedication here with the Eight of Pentacles, and the habits and the hard work that they've been able to, do for themselves. And so I have a feeling that this is your energy, okay? I strongly feel this. And it is true that in life, sometimes we need to catch a little bit of a lucky break. It is true. Like, some people have all of those attributes. They work hard. They work, day in, day out. But for whatever reason, they haven't caught their lucky break yet. And you could be on the precipice of this here during this year, during this transit here in Jupiter. Remember, Jupiter wants to bring that in for you. Okay, if you know your natal chart, I would check where Jupiter is, what house it's in. Okay, and then after you find the house that it's in, I would research the meaning of the house, and then I would also research the meaning of Jupiter in that house. Okay, if you're interested in, like, deeper level astrology, astrology past the sun sign, you may find that beneficial, and some of you may want to do that. I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. You then here have the Sun card, which the Sun is an incredibly positive influence in the tarot. It is all about optimism, creativity, being in the now, being in the moment, and happiness, as well as, here's a big one for you, confidence, okay? Remember, there's something about, like, with this Moon and the Five of Cups, it's almost like imposter syndrome vibe that I'm getting here, okay? So let me go ahead and, I just realized I had before I started this reading, I had the deck upright. So you get more information on the bottom, but we're going to go ahead and start to move into the clarifications portion of this reading and see what cards come forward to clarify for you. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have. Okay. All gold, just about all gold cards for you. What's on the bottom now? So there's something better. Okay, there's something better. Interesting. Okay, let's see the first two cards. Yeah, take action, and it's up to you. Okay, take action, and it's up to you. Again, I feel like you hold the keys here, and it's not a matter of skill. It's not a matter of talent or hard work. It's a matter of, what do you want to do with all of it, really? Okay, what do you want to do with all of it? I almost feel like some of you have achieved mastery, or you're very close to attaining or achieving mastery in a particular situation. I don't know if you heard the chicken, but yeah, the chicken just out next door just squawked. What is it called? Balked? I don't know. What is it called when it? But I think you've attained mastery, and I will take that as a sign on something here. You have within the next few weeks and in the near future. Let me know what's the name of the sound that the chicken makes. I don't know. Within the next few weeks and in the near future, and then you have not the right time. All right, I'm not getting much from these cards other than this is a confirmation that you have all the skills, you have all the talents, and now it's like, what do you want to make of it? All right, let's go ahead and let's move into clarifying these tarot cards by pulling some additional tarot cards here and see what we find for you here, Capricorn. Now, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I do hope things are going well. All right, you have the Hermit, that is Virgo energy. You have the Emperor, Aries, and then you also have the Knight of Cups. Okay. I would say for the singles out there, if you've been sort of burned in a love situation in the past, that's possible. There could be a counterpart showing up for you in the future here. But this is going to be dependent on the mindset shift that maybe needs to happen, okay? So I would say in work, continuing to do what you're doing, but advocating for yourself and maybe also like ramping something up within what you're doing is a key for you. In the romantic like relationship stuff, and also on that work end, again, knowing that maybe there's a mindset issue, okay? Knowing that you are worthy, you are good enough, like you are able to do this, that's going to be key. And then same thing in the relationship stuff, where I feel like some of you may have been burned in the past, and that's maybe acting as a sort of blockage to finding a counterpart. I'm only picking up on singles right now, so if you're married or in a relationship, this just isn't the message for you. But there's some sort of blockage there based on being burned in the past, and there's now a mindset shift that needs to occur, okay? And in creating that shift, making that shift, this person could arrive. You then have the Emperor as well here, which I love. This is all about taking control and having authority over your situation. I'm also just noticing all of the different thrones, the chairs here, right, of the court cards, and then the Emperor as well. This feels like you're on the precipice of attaining mastery. I think some of you are probably going to be getting promoted, but this is going to be around a shift in your mindset. This is going to even maybe require a little bit of self-advocacy. Okay, I'm getting more confirmations of this here in this reading. Now, this also means success in work, okay, situations. You may even have people that work under you, because the Eight of Pentacles can indicate apprenticeship as well. The Hermit, I do think some of you, I think there was like some dark night of the soul or some sort of like isolation type of energy here, maybe earlier this year, maybe in 2024, that was a bit challenging or painful, okay? You then here have the Hierophant, you have the King of Wands, well, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, here's something that this feels like maybe you don't know this, but I almost feel as if I'm like spying right now, okay, because of the amount of confirmations I'm getting. But it feels like if you have, let's say you're working for someone, okay, it's almost like they don't want to let you go. Okay, just this is why I said I feel like I'm spying. It's like almost like there's this conversation hasn't been had with you. They are very much interested in keeping you around, okay? You have insane amounts of talent here based on this reading. You have another talent card with the King of Wands. King of Wands will always be employed if they want to be employed. It's the King of Wands choice, because they have everything that an employer wants, and they enjoy doing what they're doing, okay? So if you want to stay in the job that you're in, not only can you do that, but I think there's also a promotion here available. There's incentives for staying there. Some of you, though, may decide that you can actually take what you're doing now. Like, I don't know, let's say you're working, I'm just going to use an example. Let's say you're working for an accountant firm. You could take the knowledge and the skills that you gained as an accountant and build your own firm. And some of you may decide to do that because of the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands. This is the signature, this is the combination that you find for entrepreneurship and self-employment. Remember, I think I said at the beginning I would want more wands to see if there's self-employment. Well, here they are, and this is the combination that I'm looking for. You then have the Hierophant, which does indicate tradition, but it can also indicate marriage. It can indicate as well like if you work for a company or you particularly a bigger organization, that can show up with the Hierophant here, and that is with the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, so the way that I'm looking at this with this Hierophant Four of Pentacles is there may have been many times, like early in life or in our early experiences, someone can say something to us that hurts, and that we carry that with us because we've never worked through it. Okay, I feel like you can let go of that, and I think that if there is imposter syndrome, or there's some sort of self talk here or language that you're using with yourself that is harmful, that this is a time for you to work through that. Okay, it's probably derived from something that happened early in an early experience. You then have the Queen of Wands, another counterpart here. You have the Sun again, amazing. And you have the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. Capricorn, this is your time. Okay, this is your time. If you continue what you're doing, you're going to find success. You're also going to find success in ramping something up. Okay, I truly feel that. There's a pretty nice amount of abundance here available to you with this Ten of Pentacles card and the other cards that I see here, provided that you break through the mindset issue, okay? And the Sun's influence is saying that you have an opportunity to do this because it's a bright spot in one's life. The Sun is a bright spot in one's life. It's all about optimism, confidence, and positivity, all right? And I say generally, like it is possible to be toxically positive, or like toxic positivity is possible, but I would say on the whole, it's better to be positive than not. Okay, I think like there are benefits. There are way more benefits to being positive than there are to being negative. Okay, and so if you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk, this may be a really nice time for you to maybe iron that out and work through that. You then have the Ace of Pentacles, money coming your way. Okay, this I think is through a promotion, job raise. For the people who are of non-working age, I'm sorry I didn't get as many messages for you. This felt like more of a career reading. If you're of non-working age, I do think that the message here is there's maybe a mindset shift for you as well, okay? And there's maybe one where you're moving away from negative self-talk and you're moving towards language that you use with yourself that is, I'm worthy, and other phrases that are more positive in nature, okay? So why don't we go ahead and let's see what's going on in the Kipper cards here. All right, you have toil and labor. What did I say? You are a very hard worker. You have main female, bad health, occupation, nice, marriage, and community. We have multiple counterparts here. We also have a card of marriage with the Hierophant and the marriage card. This could be in the books here, but this is, I think, more so for the singles who are like looking for someone. You're looking for something that has staying power. Okay, you're looking for someone that's going to be around for a while. The bad health is the mindset, okay? The bad health is the mindset. I think your hard work is paying off in your occupation or your career. This is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.